Good afternoon, everyone. I am Catherine Jaime Lobesto, and my assigned topic is about the welding safety. So, welding safety measures are designed to protect employees from welding hazards. Welding safety can be implemented by conducting proper training, inspecting welding equipment, and ensuring workers are aware of safety precautions before performing welding activities to minimize the risk of health and safety injuries. And then, so we have here a number one, electric shock. Electric shock may be caused by open and not properly insulated cable. Workers are advised to regularly check electrical wiring connection. So, electric shock is one of the most serious and immediate risks facing a welder. Electric shock can lead to severe injury or death, either from the shock itself or from a fall caused by the reaction to shock. The most common type of the electric shock is secondary voltage shock from an arc welding circuit, which ranges from 20 to 100 volts. Bear in mind that even a shock of 50 volts or less can be enough to injure or kill an operator. So, be careful. So, we have here steps. So, number one is check primary circuit wiring connection. Number two, check welding cable for crack or cut installation. And then 3, do not put welding cable around the part of your body. So these 3 steps will help us to avoid the electric shock. So, and the number 2, we have here an arc race. Arc race can damage both eyes and the skin, so wear proper protective clothing and filter lenses. So arc race is a certain types of UV radiation can produce an injury to the surface and mucous membrane or conjunctiva of the eye, called arc eyes, welding eye, or arc flash. So we have here an burn caused by light. Number 1 is the ultraviolet light can cause first degree or second degree eyes and the skin. So an ultraviolet light is form of electromagnetic radiation with wavelengths from 10 nanometer to 400 nanometer, shorter than that of visible light but longer than X-rays. And next is infrared wave that is spelled as heat. So infrared, sometimes called infrared light, is electromagnetic radiation with wavelengths longer than those of visible light. It is therefore invisible to the human eye. So visible light that we see, producer of varying quantities and color. So visible light or refers to the visible region of electromagnetic spectrum, that is the range of wavelengths that trigger brightens color perception in humans. So that is the burn caused by lights. And number 3, we have here and fumes and gases. Use proper ventilation and position yourself out of the fume flow. So fumes are welding fumes is produced when metals are heated above their melting point, vaporize and condense into foam. So we have here an electrode diameter and the ventilation required. So the bigger diameter of the electrode, the more ventilation is required. So dangerous powder dust comes from the weld foams spouted during welding. So that is the dust that we can get in the welding foams. And is the fire and explosion may result from faulty welding operation. Always understand the environment where you are welding and never take anything for granted. So before we start our welding activities, we need to make sure that we inspect first the environment, and we need to make sure that it is suitable for the activities we need to do to avoid fire and explosion. So in the illustration below, there are a proper procedure for welding in a tank. So in the electric shock earlier, and the third steps, it says that do not put welding cable around your body. So to avoid fire and explosion and electric shock, we need to have an assistant that will hold the wiring cable above when we are welding inside the tank. Then 5, we have here an compressed gas must be handled in such a way as to prevent personal or equipment damage. So, all compressed gases are hazardous because of the high pressure inside the cylinders. So we need to keep it in a safe place. And the 6, we have face and eye protection. Face and eye protection must be worn at all times in the workplace. This includes safety goggles and full face masks. So in a welding in a welding profession, we need to have an personal protective equipment which include the face and eye protection to avoid damages. And then 7, wear correct eye, ear, and body protection. So that is the helmet, gloves, and then the sleeveless, or in short, the personal protective. We need to have it when we get the welding profession to avoid skin irritation, skin damages, and something that may affect our body and health. So, personal protective equipment or PPE. So, the observation of health and safety precautions in welding operations is of greatest importance. Your life and that of the others are more important than the job you are doing. So, bear in mind that even you don't have money that will support your family, always make sure that you are safe and protect also yourself and keep its health. So the personal equipment in the illustration above, as we can see, this is the example of the personal protective equipment. So we have here an eye safety shield. That is the eye safety shield. This is the eye safety shield. The PLIM skull cap. This is the PLIM skull cap. No pockets, sleeveless. And in the collarbone, that is the collarbone. That is the collarbone. You need to have it. And then the full sleeveless. And then the handheld with filter lenses. This is the handheld filter with lenses. And then the fire resistance gauntlet gloves. This is the gloves. And the shirt outside of trousers. No cups. Clean fire resistant clothing and Also the safety shoes. So protection clothing against sparks and hot metal. So this is the personal protective equipment that we need to have in a welding profession, so that I mean to avoid hazards and protect ourselves. And next, we have here a welding shield or helmet is used to protect our face and eyes from the arc rays and heat and the sputter from metal. The arc is viewed through a filter which reduces the intensity of radiation but allows a safe amount of light to pass for viewing the weld pool and edge of the electrode. So this is the example of the welding shield or helmet. That is helmet helmet type we have here, and helmet type welding shield is more convenient to use because it allows uh, to have a free hands to work, two hands to work freely. And this is the welding shield. That is next is the we have here an handheld shield, allows only one hand to work freely. So this is the handheld shield. In the number 2, we have a leather jacket. It's made of chrome leather and prevents the entry of sparks between our clothes and body. Number 3, leather apron is made of chrome leather and provides a welder with complete protection of his chest to melt scalp from sparks and hot metal. 4, welding gloves or gauntlet is made of chrome leather and protects our hands from heat, sputter, and radiations. Then 5, we have face shields. It's best for general protection because it can be worn under an arc welding helmet. So, and then we have leggings are made from leather to protect the legs and feet. 7, protective sleeves are made from leather to protect the arms. 8, we have here an protective coverall are made from light asbestos coated with aluminum to protect the whole body during welding. Next is the welding cushions are made from leather for sitting and kneeling beside the work piece as protection against colds. Next is the welding spats are made of chrome leather from sputter. And then 11, we have a safety shoes have heat resistant soles and impact resistant shoes. Some safety shoes have metal insoles while others protect workers from different types of electrical hazards. And then this is we have here number 12, a safety goggles are used when grinding and shaping of slag. Then 4, air mops are used for air coverings and are connected by a flexible band and worn as protection against extreme noise. So in a building also we also need it because when we are in building there is some noises that can affect our sense of hearing, so we need to use it to protect our ear. In the number 4, we have earplugs is a pair of device that is meant to be inserted in the air canal to protect the wearer's ear from loud noise or distortion. Then 5, respirators is an apparatus worn over the mouth and nose or the entire face to prevent the inhalation of dust, smoke, or other noxious substances, especially when it comes to the building fumes. It is dangerous to inhale because it can affect our health. So that is my topic. The, all I mentioned earlier are parts of the are types. As the personal protective equipment that we need in a welding profession. So that is, thank you for listening.